Well, hi everybody. My name is Ana Elisa Cami, and I'm here with.
Elias Gami with ELDA Management Services.
Well, we are a residential property management company who serves Houston and surrounding areas, and we have been in business for 20 years,
Hey,
almost
almost 21.
21 in January. So we are going to celebrate big. So, recently we went to the NARPAN, which is the National Association of Residential Property Managers, and we learned a very, very important topic, which is the EPA certification for lead-based paint. So this is a big, big, big thing, and we wanted to bring that to you. So, Elias,
Yes.
as a manager and landlord, what do they need to know about this?
So this basically took effect about 2 years ago. So yes, we're a little behind, but you know what? Needless to say, we're here to do the things the way they should be. So any property built prior to 1978, we have to be able to do certain things to contain and to work on that property. And that's what this is about, is making sure we protect any individual and any person, or even the workers that may be working with lead-based paint.
Yeah.
Now, as 78 and going forward, they stopped using lead-based paint, so that's why the cutoff is 1978.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
So
not
we
like the no.
that's right. You can put
Okay.
some disco in there, back in the 70s, but at the end of the
wasn't
day,
born.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. So we're good. So if the property was built prior to 1978, this is very important. So we would really want to get into a little bit of details and discuss this because this does affect landlords that do not live in their property and do have work done, and it affects us as property managers who manages
Yes.
for other owners.
Good.
Mhm.
So why, this is a big thing. Why lead-based paint is so dangerous?
So this is what happens. When you work with lead-based paint, okay, and my house is built in 1957, and I have about this much, in layers of paint, so it's thick. And I know there's lead-based paint in there somewhere, maybe a little bit behind, between. In any case, when you disturb it, when you sand it, when you cut it,
Yep.
what happens is it releases that dust. That dust is actually very dangerous to really kind of two sets of people, primarily women who are pregnant and children typically under 6 years old. And the reason is very dangerous is because your system, okay, the lead actually,
You inhale it.
yeah, you inhale it, exactly.
Dust. Uh-huh.
Right, the dust gets inhaled, and your
Mhm.
system gets tricked into thinking that it is calcium. And so
Yeah.
this is why it affects pregnant women, because they require about 7 times more amount of calcium
Mhm.
than people that do not, regular adults, right, that don't need calcium as much.
Right.
And of course, children, because their bones are developing.
Mhm.
So when they ingest, the lead in the paint,
Mhm.
then they can have very severe effects. That
Yes.
that lead really kind of creates havoc in your system. It can give them, it can have developmental problems, right?
Like
It could
fetal
have,
problems too.
yeah,
Like
absolutely.
birth.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So
Also,
this is
I'm
why it's so
thinking about the
dangerous.
vendors that like, and we talk about it. The
Yeah.
vendors that work on these properties and then go home and hug their pregnant wife and their children and everything, and
Yeah.
that is it can be dangerous.
Yeah, that's
So
exactly
fine.
right. This certification teaches these vendors how to make sure that they don't take this home with them, right?
Yes.
They either wear protective suits, or they make sure they're taught to go to home, go straight to the bathroom,
Mhm.
take those clothes off, get showered, get cleaned up, then go and hug the kids, the wives, whatever, but at least they don't bring that home, and bring that home
Yeah.
to their families, because it is equally dangerous whether it's at the property or
Mhm.
at
Yeah.
your own home. I mean,
And talking about this, we already talk about the renovations, the repairs, the painting rules that they need to have in order to protect, the tenants and themselves and their families, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
so there are certain things that this certification requires, and really is not hard. Okay,
Right.
it is really actually pretty easy. It's a
Mhm.
1 day class. The
Yeah.
day teaches you basically how to take care of the area you're working on.
Mhm.
That's one thing that it does. You are required to have that certificate with you when you are at a property working. So any vendor that is partaking in this process,
Mm-hmm.
they need to have their certificate with them and the company certificate as well.
Okay.
So there's two certificates because if the EPA comes, they're going to ask first for that, and then they're going to ask for to make sure that they are taking care of the area, make sure that they have the proper signage
Mm-hmm.
and the proper containment, which is really what
Yes.
most of this is about: tearing it down, getting it contained, and removing it.
Yeah.
So really, it teaches you how to do that. It teaches you to certify it, and then there's a third item that needs to be done,
Okay.
and that is to make sure that the tenants get the pamphlet
Oh,
about
yes.
what is going to be taking place and what effects it can have,
Yeah.
and that way they understand. That pamphlet is very critical, and there are certain rules that surround that. You either hand it to them and get a signature that they received it,
Okay.
right?
Good.
Or you have to mail it certified at least 7 days or longer before the work is to be performed.
Okay.
So,
And that includes plumbers,
yeah.
paint, stripping,
Yeah.
stuff like that. All of it. All of
Anybody,
it. Pretty much.
right?
Yes,
Anybody who's
everybody
going
that
to
works.
disturb the paint.
We're gonna disturb this.
Yeah.
And that's how
Plumbers-
you get certified, right? The certification is, you said, it 1 day,
Yes.
1 day class. That's it, pretty much, right?
Yeah,
And then,
1 day.
yes.
If you're a company or business, you will have to register your company,
Mhm.
and there will be one representative for that company, and then that representative has the responsibility to teach all the employees about how to handle this correctly.
Good.
So not everybody in the company has to be certified; just really one person,
Mhm.
and then the rest have to be taught how to do it right.
Right.
Mhm.
Good, great. I do want to say that we are trying to get together. I know that probably you vendors, contractors have a lot of employees who speak Spanish,
Mhm.
and so we're trying to gather a group of vendors or employees that only speak Spanish, so we can help and provide that for our vendors and for other people who are willing to do it. So
Yeah.
that would be great.
Yeah,
So
if we can get enough Spanish-speaking people who would like to get the certification,
yeah.
we are trying to bring the company here to Houston to teach that
Awesome.
class, and we need probably about minimum of 12 vendors to make it worthwhile for them to come
Yes.
down.
So Spanish speaking, and then
Mhm.
we are thinking of providing also
Yeah, lunch
lunch.
is included.
Lunch included. So what happens if we do not comply?
Okay.
Ouch.
Yep. This is a big kicker, and this
Yeah.
is not just property managers, but this is the vendors,
Mhm.
and this is also for landlords or owners who are sending their own people to do work. If they catch you not performing this, and you're warned about it, basically you will get hit with a $37,500 fine per day per occurrence.
Wow.
This is significant. This could put anybody out of business.
Out of business.
You know what? With a couple of those, I could probably buy more property. So hell, let's just let's keep that money. Let's do the
Yes.
things the right way. It's all
Yes.
about the cleanup,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
Inside and out, because there's obviously lead-based paint outside too.
Yeah. Yes.
And you know what? We'll all be okay.
Yes. Yeah, great. Well, thank you for today.
Absolutely. Love it.
And at ELDA Management Services, we really try to provide great service for everybody. We include compliance with all these rules and regulations that affect the landlords, the tenants, and everybody in Houston, in surrounding areas, which we do have a lot of houses, all houses. So if you have any questions, please, please, please visit us at houstonpropertymanagement.com or email us. Which one it is?
Management at ELDA, ELDA-MS.com.
And the phone number is
281-894-8659. Again, 281-894-8659. And you can find us Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. We're there, and hopefully we'll have these videos out there for everybody to see. YouTube, for sure.
Great. Thank you very much. Take care.
All right,
Bye-bye.
thank you.